What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. And yes, again, I have not done a video in a little while, and I just realized that actually just recently. I'm like, you know what, I should probably get back to doing more videos since I don't have anything really to do yet. But in particular, I've actually got something pretty special for this video because I thought, like pretty much ever since I did all those movie videos, my channel has just skyrocketed in views, so may as well keep going on with those. And in today's video, I thought I would show you all the new movies I've gotten, because I've actually gotten quite a bit of new movies, and most of them, I'll tell you, have came from a place in Springfield, Missouri called Entertain Mart. It's like a movie store there, and I'll tell you this. I plan on doing a video because we plan on going back to Springfield, and we plan on visiting Dickerson Park Zoo. And while I won't be able to do a video for that because none of my devices really have the storage space for it anymore, I do want to take you guys through Entertain Mart, because we're going to be going to Dickerson Park Zoo, then we're going to be going to Entertain Mart because there's some stuff I want to grab while I'm there. Because, this is kept happening for the last times I've been there. I've gone there, I've seen some things I've liked and I haven't been able to get, and then I come back and I see more things, and it basically rinse and repeat that cycle. So I'm going to be going to get some more stuff that I wanted to grab while I'm there. But it's either going to be October 3rd or October 4th, and I'll probably do a video while I'm at Entertain Mart just to show you guys around the place, because there's some movies, and in particular there's one that I'm going to be showing you, one of my new movies, that is actually going to be a talking point for that video. Excuse me. And I'll be sure to bring it up when I get to that movie, because it's actually a point of interest. And if you guys want that movie, last time I saw there were 2 copies of it in Entertain Mart. So if you guys are around here, you know what I'm talking about with the Entertain Mart in Springfield, Missouri. You'll likely get a kick out of that, and we're going to have to see if they're still there when I go ahead and do that video. But I really don't have anything super major to announce as far as the channel goes, so let's just go ahead and get started with the new flicks that I have. So first up, and again I'm going in alphabetical order, we have Arachnia. Now, this is a spider flick that I saw a review on, and it actually looks pretty good. It's got stop motion effects, but I believe it's early 2000s. Let me see. Do they have the date on here? Yeah, 2003. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, 2003. And basically, I hear that okay, hold on. I hear that the story of this film, because once again I've seen that review, but basically the story of this is that you've got this plane that crashes in a little area, and there's a meteorite which crashes in the area as well, and it awakens these giant spiders. And again, it looks like it could be pretty good. I haven't watched it yet, and this is one of the flicks I still have to watch, but it looks like it could be a good time. It looks really good. And a little fun fact, if I open it up, it's actually a Blockbuster DVD. And I'll tell you, I have several Blockbuster DVDs, despite the fact that Blockbuster, in my day and age, is no longer around. And that's really cool. And I think I have 3 in total, and Arachnia is one of them. So yeah, we have Arachnia. I'll just put that off to the side. And I actually didn't find that one at Entertain Mart. There's 2 films here that I didn't find at Entertain Mart. Well, and I should say 3, but 2 of them I got at the Vintage Stock, which is along the same street, because there's two Vintage Stocks in Springfield, Missouri. One of which I checked out on the day that I went to the Ozark Empire Fair, because I thought, you know what, since we're out, we may as well check that area out. And I only got 2 movies from there. But there's also another one that I ordered on eBay that you'll see throughout this video. But yeah, Arachnia, I got that one at Vintage Stock. Next up, we have Backcountry, and This is an interesting film because, to tell you the truth, I haven't owned a lot of bear flicks, and if you hear noises, that would be my dogs, because I'm actually in my mom's room right now, and one of my pit bulls is literally just right there in his kennel. But you see, like, I haven't owned a whole lot of bear flicks. Originally, all I had was Grizzly Rage and Grizzly Park, but I actually saw this available on Tubi, and I wanted to watch it. But then, upon my most recent trip to Entertainment, I actually saw this film in stock. And so I thought, you know what, I may as well buy it because, I kind of want to see it. And just in case I like it, I want to have it on DVD. So, yeah, and plus I'm not sure about the rarity of this film because I haven't actually checked it out as far as that. So, yeah, I've got Backcountry, and once again, I still have yet to watch this, but I will watch this eventually. There, and oh yeah, I actually forgot about that one. That's another movie that I didn't get at Entertainment. This is one I got at Walmart, and this is Cocaine Bear, the Maximum Rampage edition. And let me tell you, like, when we bought this at Walmart, there was apparently like an age restriction on buying this, like there is with some drinks, and I think that's because this movie is like a black comedy, a lot like Placid. So yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be like a funny film, because if you guys don't know, it's actually based on, yeah, it's even right there. It's based on a true story where some cocaine was dropped into the forest and it was consumed by a black bear. But this one just takes it to a whole new level, and it just makes it a ridiculous film. And I feel like it's going to be ridiculous. Let's say that. It's probably going to be ridiculous, but it could be entertaining. Who knows? So that's why I got it. So yeah, Cocaine Bear. Then this is an interesting one, because this is one I found at Entertainment, and this one I absolutely scored on when I found it, and that's Dragonstorm. Now, there is a list out there of like the best Sci-Fi Channel films, like the ones that are actually good, and this was actually on there, and that made me think I want to actually check this out, because I am myself preparing a list. I've had to go beyond 10 because I have realized that there's over 10 films that I would want to include on that list. But basically, I wanted to check out Dragonstorm because I've heard good things about it, with the exception of all the people who just like to rant on Sci-Fi Channel, period. And I'll tell you, when I watched it, it wasn't quite as good as people said it would be, but it was still a really good flick. Like, it actually kind of reminded me of Anaconda, because some of the CGI is a bit spotty, but other times it's actually pretty solid, and actually had a lot of guys who knew how to act in here. So yeah, it's actually a really cool flick. I actually really like Dragonstorm, and you can see that flick on that list when I finally get to it, 100%. Then we have Eight-Legged Freaks. Yeah, this is another one of those silly bug movies. In fact, it's from the producers of Independence Day and the 1998 Godzilla, but just the DVD case for this is really odd, because it's like the DVD case for Deep Blue Sea, and I found that these don't really work all that well. There we go. Now it finally tabbed in, because for the longest time this hasn't been tabbing in right. But yeah, in fact, when I bought it in the store, I don't even think it was tabbed in the store. So yeah, that just shows you how much these DVD cases really don't work. But yeah, pretty much this film, I once again, I have not watched it, unlike Dragonstorm. I have not watched this, but again, it looks like it could be a lot of fun, because basically you got this, I believe, this toxic waste which is spilled into this little area, and of course it's consumed by the prey of all these spiders, and spiders end up mutating. Yeah, it just looks like a silly film, but it looks like one of those silly films that you just have fun with, you know what I mean? Then we have Endangered Species. Now this this is a movie that I actually found like online. Like I discovered that it existed online, and I'll tell you, I am really looking for like mammal flicks, particularly big cat flicks, because and this one caught my eye because it supposedly features a leopard, so that's why I wanted to watch it, and I actually found it in Entertainment, and you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it. It's not quite as vibrant here, but this movie actually has a metallic slipcover, which I was not expecting because the only I originally I was planning on buying this movie on eBay, but then I saw it in that store and I'm like, I'll go ahead and buy it. And to tell you, the ones on eBay do not have the slipcover, and that's why this is just such a cool DVD, because once again it's metallic, and I love movies with metallic slipcovers like Grizzly Park and my DVD for Abominable. Man, if you guys want to see a list of my favorite movies with metallic slipcovers, let me know down in the comments below, because I would certainly be interested in doing one of those videos if you guys would want it. But pretty much I have seen this movie, but let's just say it wasn't nearly as good as I was expecting. Like it was kind of disappointing. Like it's an okay flick, but really the actual critters in it are very underutilized. The leopard is pretty much nothing. Like it only gets like a couple scenes. It's really not even that big of a threat, to be honest. And yeah, it's a decent flick. That's why I have it. But yeah, it's nothing really special. Let's just say that it's nothing really special. It's okay for what it is, but it could have been a lot better. Yeah, I keep forgetting about movies that I have not bought at Entertainment. So this is another one that I bought on eBay, and this one is Komodo, the Komodo dragon film from 1999. I'll tell you, I've actually seen a lot of things on this movie saying that it is a underrated masterpiece, and it's by the writer of Anaconda and the special effects creator of Jurassic Park, and that's why I wanted to watch it. And I'll tell you, it is awesome. I love this movie. Like, it's got the most realistic Komodo dragons I've ever seen in a film by a long shot. And just in terms of lizard flicks altogether, even though there's really not that many, this has got to be the best lizard flick of all time. It is just awesome. The storyline's really good, the characters are really good, but the effects are just fantastic on this. Both the CGI and the practical ones are just awesome. So yeah, I really love this movie, and it's probably one of my favorite creature features of all time. Like I feel like Anaconda and Lake Placid have got some competition with this one. So yeah, Komodo from 1999. Then here's that other film that I was talking about that I found at Vintage Stock, and this is Komodo versus Cobra, a Sci-Fi Channel original movie. And unfortunately, this DVD is pretty battered. Like you see, there's like some writing on it that I still have yet to erase. It's like some damage, and you got this whole area, which, yeah, that, and like that's how I bought it actually. Like this condition is how I bought this DVD, and it's really not or at least the DVD case, and it's really not the best condition. Again, there's some writing on it that I've yet to erase, but once again, I bought it because it looks like it could be a fun flick. And once again, I haven't watched it yet, unlike Komodo, but let's just say I do want to see this flick. Oh, and fun fact about Komodo, actually, I just watched that one, like, I believe 2 days ago at this point. So, yeah, and I believe I bought it, like I bought it on one day, and then I watched it the very next. Then we have Loch Ness Terror. Now, this one is another one that I found at Entertainment, and this one I just wanted to watch and get out of the way, because it looked like it could be a lot of fun. And indeed, it was. This movie was a lot of fun. And again, I love Sci-Fi Channel originals that always remind me of Primeval, like the BBC series Primeval, because like the creatures in this really reminded me of that. It was just a really fun little flick. I really had a good time with this one. And then we've reached the talking matter in this video. This movie, Red Werewolf Hunter. Now, one of the things I want to look for when I go back to Entertain Mart is if this movie is still there, because the last time I was there, I was in the R section and I was like, oh, you know what? I should probably take a look and see if they've got like the horror adaptations of Red Riding Hood. And indeed, they had like the, I think, 2011 version. Am I wrong about that? It came out in like 2011. I'm not sure, but they also had 2 copies of this movie, and let me tell you, I highly recommend this. Like, I'll tell you, originally when I was making my list of Sci-Fi Channel original movies, yeah, I originally thought like my number 1 would go to like Sabretooth, Python, Abominable, movies like that. But now that I've seen this, which it's actually available free to watch on YouTube, and I'll probably leave a link to it in the description below if you want to watch it. But now that I've seen this, I think those movies have got some good competition, because there's a good chance this could be number 1, because this is really not your typical Sci-Fi Channel movie. You could just tell by watching it. Like, you could just tell that there was some effort put into this one. Once again, it's got CGI creatures that remind me of Primeval, just with how the werewolves look and move. You've got some great actors in there, like Felicia Day, which is how this is the role I'll always know her for, aside from her current roles in the Monster High like animated series for Generation 3. And it's got a lot of fun. It's got a lot of fun action. It's got a great little storyline. It's just a superb movie. And I'll tell you, this is really the movie that got me into werewolf flicks. Because like now I'm actually really interested in werewolf flicks because of this one. Because this one was a good time. And I'll tell you, yeah, there's a good chance that this is going to be very high on my Sci-Fi Channel movie list. And it's a movie that I highly recommend. And it's a movie that I definitely want to see if I can find it when I go back to Entertain Mart. Because once again, if it's still there, I highly recommend you guys go ahead and buy it, because wow, was it a blast of a time. Then finally, we have Skeleton Man. And this is another Sci-Fi Channel original movie that I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And I'll tell you, it's mainly because like the story of this involves like Native Americans. And I'll tell you, Sci-Fi Channel always does really good with Native American based storylines for their movies. And like I'll tell you, like if you've seen like movies like Monster Wolf, oh boy, what are some of the others? Skeleton Man, movies like that, and like Hybrid as well, like movies like that involving Native Americans, they always do a good job with those kinds of movies. And that's why I'm interested in seeing this movie, because it supposedly has that, despite the Skeleton Man himself looking more like a medieval figure, like how he's riding around on a horse with like his weaponry, like kind of looks like a dark huntsman or something. I'm not sure. But either way, guys, that is going to be all for me for today. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy my content. And as always, I will see you in the next video.